So,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a special topic. This is a special topic because I want to go ahead and go into it because it's huge. And we come from how me and Greg bonded on video games, not only with not Marvel, but with Metal Gear Solid. Fighting games has been a huge part of our gaming history, with the Wolves Den doing the best of 10, fighting after Floyd Mayweather fights, doing sets, and people sitting there watching us. There's a lot of big news going on in the FGC that is shaking the world to its core. One major thing that we've found out was Smash ain't going to Evo, y'all. Smash ain't going to be at Evo no more. Smash. And though Smash, no, as of recently, Smash has been one of the biggest takings, like participant games of Evo of the past recent years. Smash was one of those games that you've seen played on Saturday for the finals, and Sunday was here for Street Fighter, your Mortal Kombats, and things of that nature. But now, Smash is taking Nintendo's taking their game and is like, hey, we ain't gonna be
taking their ball and going home,
right? You know? Because there was, I believe, there was so much going on within the. There's a lot to clean up in the competitive gaming world right now, and Evo was one of those who had a lot of scandal going on, a lot of creepy scandal that needed to be fixed. Yeah. And I don't personally blame Nintendo for taking their game from Evo at all.
Now I have a question for you. So, how much of that do you think is the unfortunate events that happened at Evo? It's particularly in the Smash community at that as well. Versus how much of that do you think has to do with the fact that Sony, the proprietors of PlayStation, own Evo now? 60-40. Like, how much do you think? 60-40? Which one is getting 60?
60 is because of the scandals that was going on with the Evo situation that needs cleaning up. Just because Nintendo has that streak. I mean, Nintendo do not play. Anything big with Nintendo name brand on it, if it does not go their way, Nintendo's pulling, no matter what. 40 is Sony for sure. I
think it's a little more because I think they were already ready to do it, and then once they were like, all right, bet. Guess what? You're just helping us out. Like, let's get it on. Let's go though. You know.
I definitely agree. 40 is just Sony's deal with that, and then how they're going to maintain it and things of that nature. And I don't know if this is because of Sony's doing, but there's more things coming in where a lot of these companies are like taking hold of what they want, and it's like, if you ain't with us, you ain't getting no check.
Yeah.
So, because I recently just put this in the chat. On top of Nintendo Smash not being at Evo, Capcom is saying if it does not have Capcom's name on it, it is not a tournament that should be played. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Capcom is sanctioning. It's like, we own all Street Fighter. Anything Capcom tournaments belong to us.
So what? So wait a minute. Let me get clarification. So because to me, what it sounds like is that Capcom is alluding to potentially breaking off and like doing Capcom Cup as the premier and primary tournament that they're pushing.
That, and tournament holders no longer, if just for people for fun, can hold money tournaments with Capcom games.
Oh man.
It has been a huge deal. For more details, go ahead and check out Maximilian, who of course one of the people who are big in the FGC. Definitely reach out to Derek Mason and anyone who loves fighting games on that level, because it is a rippling effect throughout the community that is hindering, probably for me personally, not just me personally, but just for the community on how they can expand, because fans, if participants and fans of the game did not put tournaments together to compete with their friends, and that expanded, we will not be in the position that we are in today at all. Not even close. And that you want to limit that from these people to do so is definitely wild. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is one of my favorite scenes in Fire Force that Greg has going on in the
Oh,
background.
man.
I really love this. Shinra comes in looking really, really fire.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks insane at night.
But yeah, so how do you, Greg? Since you are, I mean, Street Fighter. I mean, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I've seen you put thousands of hours in there. You know, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. You was top 1,500 in the North American region.
No, so that was actually Street Fighter 4 that I was top 15.
4. Okay.
Yeah. I really wish I would have kept going with Street Fighter 4 because I was a dog when I was a dog, man. But it's unfortunate because my thing is Capcom fighters in general, Street Fighter particularly was like one of my first, like, Sonic was number one. Street Fighter was probably my second video game that I fell in love with. Like, I remember like being like super ticked off at my cousin's house, sitting down in a room full of his friends who are in high school when I'm like 6 or 7, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't say you got next, so you got to wait till next round." It's like, oh, damn. Like, I remember like begging my auntie for quarters just so I could then beg my cousin to take me to the corner store so I could play Street Fighter at the corner store, just for my cousin to steal half of my quarters as tax to go play Street Fighter. Then I would have to wait for him to play and hope there was enough time and quarters left for me. So it sucks that, I mean, what we could be witnessing here is the death of Evo. Evo for so many years has been one of the first and one of the biggest platforms for esports. Like, before esports was esports, we had Evo. And quite honestly, like, while I always had some connection with fighting games from Street Fighter 2 all the way up until now, it was the Daigo Perry moment that helped me to understand exactly how intricate these games could be, which happened at Evo.
It's called the Daigo Perry for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, and for that reason, it sucks because we saw the rise of esports with Evo. It was the first to do it. Like, yeah, there were tournaments before and, you know, competitions, money matches. Those things did happen. People lined up at arcades for years and years and years beforehand. But Evo was it. It was the first one to really say, you know what, we're gonna double down on this community. We're gonna give them an avenue. We're gonna find a random warehouse or auditorium somewhere, and we're gonna sit down with 50 people. And we are all going to play, and we're going to go through these brackets. And it's turned into something amazing, turned into something beautiful. And it sprouted things like the League of Legends competitions, the Call of Duty competitions, the Apex competitions. All of those come rooted from Evo. It doesn't matter how you want to cut it. So it just sucks to see this, especially because we all know that the video game industry in particular is a forward-moving industry, and for that reason, so much of the history gets left behind. You know, there's so many like games right now that are wonderful games that are stuck on the PS3, stuck on the Sega Genesis, the PS1, so on and so forth, and there's no legal way to come about them. So to see that the premier branding of esports and Evo is potentially on its deathbed. Like, right now, I would imagine that Evo and E3 are looking at each other in the hospital like, which one of us goes first? Yep. Like, it sucks, man. It sucks. Like, I hope that Sony has a plan up its sleeves. Like, maybe they seal a deal with Capcom to have a partnership. I really don't want them to buy out Capcom, but like a solid partnership or like something to keep those games at Evo, and to see, you know, hopefully Microsoft and Nintendo at some point change their minds, because this is important. You know, it's gaming history, but I mean, only time will tell. So for now, I just hope and wish for the best, man. Like, it sucks though. It really does suck.
Absolutely.
That is great.
Right, and it's just we just hope that I'll play close attention. If you guys don't mind, please give us a follow on our Twitter, as we will drop some of those updates in our Instagram, because I know we do have a few people that's in our network of friends who pay attention to FGC and just want to see how it grows. And with Capcom's recent announcement of Street Fighter 6, what are the tournaments and layouts of that game going to be, and how is it going to run at this point? Because fighting games outside of its fan base only survive as long as they do because of tournaments. And because honestly, truthfully, in my personal opinion, these games have been too open of a welcoming type of thing, which is great because it's open field, which is great. But the skill from these people who started a year versus people like Daigo it's like, yo, Daigo is a champion and a godlike competitor. Please stop giving some of these other characters these gimmicks to get them out of tough situations, because you wasn't having that in Street Fighter Strike 3. Was it Street Fighter Strike 3?
Third Strike. Yeah.
Third Strike, Third Strike. Yeah. You wasn't having this in Marvel's Capcom 2. You wasn't having it in Street Fighter 4. You didn't have these in these games. You had to know what you were doing. Or you had to learn the game, and you had to understand your characters. Like, it was the only way. Like, if you did not understand the mechanics of the game, you did not have like a intimate understanding of your character and the matchup your character is against, then you was SOL. That was it. Yeah. It was SOL. And I'm not I'm not trying to take any type of credit from the people who put their time into the games now. It's just when you have a Tokido, when you have these big names of these individuals where we see them put in the time, and we know the time that it took to learn this specific combo, because that was like Capcom versus Marvel 2. It was Justin Wong has his own particular combo with Storm. That was Justin Wong combo. It was no one else's combo. That was his combo that he made himself, that he was able to pull off. You don't have that anymore. Everyone, like, once that combo is done, there's tutorials and videos up within hours that everyone can pull. But no, I want to get back to the fighting games where you have people like, yo, feel like, look at this, like, hey, this person did this combo himself. He developed, like, this is his combo, like the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. Anyone can mimic it. Only one is the true master of it. Period. Yeah. So I'm really curious on how things can go, where these fighting games will be developed in, and how these tournaments will lay out.
And I want to say the really the last game that was, to my memory, that was of that echelon, though it was not perfect, was Street Fighter 4. But since Street Fighter 4, the esports market has really exploded, and developers go out of their way to put that extra pizzazz in there to pull in more views of the esports. So, I mean, really, to anyone who is a developer on any level, please don't make your games for the sake of esports. Focus on making a solid fighter, and if the audience follows it, they will get behind it, and they will cultivate it, and they will make it a esports event. But please stop. Like you can even tell, like, the Street Fighter UIs, like, they space them out in a way to where ahead of time they want to have a space for their screamcasters to be like in between the health bars. They want to raise up the meter bars a little bit, so when there is a stream going of it, they don't get cut out by overlays. Like, when you can look at the UI of a fighting game and see that it's built in a way to say, all right, well, hey guys, look, this is pre-made for esports, we got a problem. Like, please, like, we don't want these fancy reversal mechanics that can turn the tides of a match with pure luck. We want this to be a game of chess. We want you to outthink the man. We don't want you to have to get lucky. So please, 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 Street Fighter 6, we hope that you have something amazing.
Arcane.
King of Fighters.
Please.
Arcane.
League of Legends coming out with their own fighting game. It looks good. And
yeah, I did see that. That does look good.
Yes. Please be good. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Ray. Go ahead, finish.
No, but I mean, that's it. Like, I mean, for all the new fighting games coming, please just keep in mind that the philosophy of easy to learn, difficult to master should be the thought process to creating your fighter. We want our fighting games to be accessible to a particular degree, but like auto combos that rival manually scripted combos, we don't want that
At all.
like
Please,
we don't. Yeah, we don't want to tap 2 triggers to take out half of your health bar. We don't want that. We don't want cheap counters that you can use whenever. Like, we don't want those things. Please give us our technical fighters back, because that's what we love and that's what we want to partake in and that's what we want to watch.
Exactly. And I want to shout out Ham and Liv for going back and forth in the chat, because they both know when it comes to Mortal Kombat, it does not matter who is in the dojo. Only thing that matters is there's not fear in that dojo. And when I pull up with the sticks, I'm gonna need nephew ready. I'm gonna need Ham ready. I'm gonna need Liv ready.
He about the dog Liv right now. She talking crap. I told her, I was like, hey, there's 3 games that he for sure plays, bro. Like,
it doesn't matter when Aiden is ready to come to my dojo. Tell him there will be no fear.
Screaming. He came in screaming the day. He said, Dad, I did a brutality. I was like, what? Let me see. And he went and threw it back again. I was like, all right, all right. He's like, Baza, you want to play me? He said, no. I was like, all right, he understood. He learned very quick, because he tried me once and I did not show. He was crying and on. Ever since then, he won't ask me to fight him. He'll be like, Dad, can you help me? I don't want to fight you. Just help me real quick. I was like, all right.
Are you? Is this 11 or X?
I got 11.
Okay, good. Tell your son to practice at 11 and wait for 12 and hope that some of those mechanics transfer over and that he may defeat us on the first week.
That's what I'm trying. I'm letting him work his way, because he understood. He understands what he has to do now. So he's been working on. So he does Fighter Z, Jump Force, and Smash. Those are his 3 fighters that he's doing right now, and he's working in more.
Whoa. What? Jump Force is not a fighting game.
Jump Force is a pretty game.
It's for whatever. Kids. It's you fighting, so that's what he's playing. It's
You're
a fighting
pressing
game.
Whoa. You stop saying that, you filthy, light-skinned man.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Jump Force
that is it. What category is it in then?
Next topic.
Next topic, please.